Dear students, in capacitor topic, this is the last subtopic, energy stored in capacitor. Generally, if we connect a battery across the two plates of the capacitor, suppose here capacitor, it is connected to a battery. When we connect a battery across the two plates of the capacitor, then work has to be done by the battery to charge this capacitor. This point, it is the most important, you have to note down here. When a battery connected across the two plates of the capacitor, the work must be done by the battery to charge this capacitor. Means this battery is supplying the charge to charge this capacitor. So total charge on this capacitor, let it is a Q. Generally, initially this capacitor doesn't possess any charge. So when it is connected this battery, then it starts to charge. So initially, what is the charge on this capacitor? It is a 0. When it is connected to a battery, then it starts to charge from 0 to maximum value of the charge, it is a Q. So here we need to note down some point, and one more point, if this as long as the charge it is continuously increasing on these two plates of the capacitor, then potential difference between these two plates also getting increased. So more and more work has to be done by the battery in delivering the charge to this capacitor due to continuously increasing this potential difference across the capacitor. So here, whenever the battery is connected, then work has to be done in charging the capacitor. That work is nothing but stored in the capacitor as electrical energy. So here first point we will write the work done in charging a capacitor. The work done in charging a capacitor is stored in the capacitor in the form of electrical energy. Means whenever the battery is connected, the work has to be done in charging the capacitor. That work done is stored in the capacitor is in the form of electrical energy. So here initially I will consider there is no charge possessed by this capacitor. So here we'll write, let us consider a capacitor of capacitance C. Suppose the capacitor does not possess any charge initially. So when battery is connected to this when the battery is connected to the capacitor, then it charges to a potential difference V after some time. Initially the time interval it is 0. So here when the battery is connected to this capacitor, then it starts to charge to a potential difference V after some time. So here suppose that it charges to a potential V after some time. Here what is the charge on that capacitor at this time? I will take Q. If Q is the charge, if Q is the charge on the plate of a capacitor at that time, then we know that Q is equal to C into V. Here capacitor is charging. At certain time interval, let a small amount of charge is supplied to this capacitor. That small amount of charge, it is a Q. At certain time interval, the charge is already in the capacitor. At that time, what is the potential difference? That is V. Further, some more charge is supplied to this capacitor by this battery. That amount of charge I will take dq. Suppose that the battery supplies an infinitesimally small amount of charge dq to this capacitor at which potential? V. At constant potential V. At certain interval, the charge Q, at that time potential difference, it is V we have taken. Still some more charge it is supplied, that is small amount of charge by the battery at same potential V. Now here battery is supplied small amount of charge, then small amount of work done on the capacitor by the battery. That work done I will calculate here. Then small amount of work done dW is equal to potential difference into amount of charge is supplied by the battery is a dq. So here we know V is equal to generally work done by charge. So here W is equal to V into Q. So what is the charge supplied by the battery? That is a dq. So this is a small amount of charge is supplied, then small amount of work done to be done by the battery on the capacitor. Then we need to calculate the total charge. First we will substitute in place of V. From this one, V is equal to, we can write Q by C. So here substitute this Q by C into dq. This is small amount of work done. Now I need to calculate total work done in delivering the charge Q to the capacitor. Therefore, the total work done in delivering charge Q to the capacitor is given by, so I need to calculate total work done, so I need to apply integration concept. This is a small amount of work done in delivering small amount of charge. Now I am calculating the total work done. So integration, initially the charge on the capacitor it is 0, so the maximum charge on the capacitor it is delivering by the battery is a Q. So the limits between 0 to Q it is varying. Then in place of dW, what we write? Q by C into dq. Here capacitance of the capacitor is constant, so W is equal to, we can write 1 by C into integration 0 to Q dq. So we can write 1 by C. This formula can write Q square by 2. So finally what we got, if you apply the limits 0 to Q, then if you apply the limits also, we can get Q square by 2C. This work done is stored in the form of energy of the capacitor. So therefore, this work done is stored in the capacitor in the form of electrical potential energy or electrical energy. So therefore the energy stored in the capacitor is equal to Q square by 2C. So this is one formula. We can modify this formula as like this. We know that Q is equal to C into V. So in place of Q, substitute this CV. U is equal to Q square by 2C. So now substitute C square V square by 2C. Here C getting cancelled. Then we can write half CV square. So this is one more formula, half CV square. And one more formula also we can derive. We know that C is equal to Q upon V. Now substitute as U is equal to Q square by 2C is equal to, in place of C, Q square by 2 into, in place of C, Q by V. So here Q getting cancelled. What we got, half this V, it will get numerator half Q into V. So half QV. This is one more formula. So depends upon situation, we can use any one of these formulas. So therefore the energy stored in the capacitor is, one is half Q square by C is equal to, next one more, half CV square, next one more, half Q into V. So try to remember these three formulas. So these are last concepts, and we will see some of the numericals on energy stored in the capacitor.